All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Sanchez here again with another lesson. Today we will be going over lesson 24-2, which is adding polynomials. Ta-da! Our learning target, as some of you guys might know, is to add polynomials algebraically. Why algebraically? Because they're in Algebra 1. Also, there's a way to do it with algebra tiles. However, we will not be doing that in this distance learning situation that we're in. Today we have one term to go over before we go over all our actual maths, and that term is called like terms. Haha, I got it. Lots of use of terms. All right, as you see on the screen here, you're gonna notice that we have the definition and then like terms. All right, so like terms in math is terms that have the same variable and exponents for that variable. You're gonna want to note that all constants are like terms. So what is Sanchez talking about? That's probably what you're thinking, right? All right, so let me just scroll this up. All right, and so like terms, basically, here are some examples. All right, so if you have x and 2x, these are like terms. Why are they like terms? Because the variable here is x, and this is x, right? So they're the same thing. So they're like terms. Another example would be 2x and negative 5x, also like terms. Why? Because they're all the same x's. Alright, and then you might also have something like 4x squared and 6x squared. These are also like terms because they have their x's are both being squared. Some non-examples of that would be non-examples. So things that are not like terms would be like x comma 3, not like terms. Why? Because this has an x and this does not. Another example would be like 2x and x squared. These are not like terms. Because this x is to the power of 1, and this x here is to the power of 2. So that's why they are not like terms. Okay? And then for a final example would be like, oops, like something like 3x and 4x cubed. Also not like terms. And you're probably like, Sanchez, why are we doing this? I thought you said we were gonna be adding. Well, we need to know what like terms are because today we're gonna be focusing on combining like terms. Also, like I said earlier, all numbers, all constants are like terms. So 4 and like negative 5, these are like terms. Why? Because they're just numbers. All right. So we're just gonna jump straight into it. We're just gonna go into our maths, and we're gonna go ahead and go into our first example. Wrong color. Let's see. Example one. All right, so the book is asking us to add 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 5x plus 7. We're gonna add this to the quantity 4x cubed plus 2x minus 3. Sorry about that. That was my phone. Let me just silence that for us. I thought it was already on silent. All right. So first, before we begin, we're going to look for like terms, right? So if we look over here, Like terms are anything with are terms that have the same variable and exponent for that variable. So let's look here at the first one. We have x cubed. We have 3x cubed. All right. So we're going to look for another x cubed on the other side of the parentheses. Right here is our x cubed. So we're going to have 4x cubed plus 3x cubed, right? We're going to combine these together. That's going to give us 7x cubed. Remember, we add only the coefficients, and the exponents and the variables stay the same. All right, this is like saying you have 3 cats here and 4 cats here. You're going to have a total of 7 cats. All right, and next we're going to look for this next term. So right here we have a 2x squared, right? The exponent here, the variable and exponent is x squared. If you look over on the other side, there is no x squared. So we're just going to bring that down, all right? So we're going to have plus 2x squared. Because there's nothing else here. It's like adding 0. All right. Now we're going to look for another term. All right. Right here we have negative 5x. So we have to look for something with an x, with just x. Right here we have plus 2x. So we're going to combine these together. What's 5? Negative 5 plus 2? I know we struggle with this, but I'm just going to tell you guys negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3x. And last but not least, we have our constant terms. All right, and our constant terms here are 7 and negative 3. So what's 7 minus 3? It's going to be positive 4. All right, and that's how we got that. And if you need some more clarity as to how we got this, let me just write this down. So basically what we did was we did 3x cubed plus 4x cubed, right? We're grouping that together. Then plus 2x squared plus negative 5x plus 2x plus 7 minus 3. Alright, this leads to this. This goes straight to here. This goes here. And that goes here. Alright. And the reason we bring the negative, we have a negative here, is because if you have plus or negative, then you just carry out the negative. Alright. And remember, you want to keep the signs in front of the numbers. So this here is our answer. This is our answer. And remember, you always want to write your answer in standard form. So from highest polynomial to lowest polynomial. So next up, we're going to have our second example, example 2. And we're going to do this one differently. So this is considered adding horizontally. Now we're going to go over an example where we're going to add vertically. So we have 4x squared plus 3 plus x squared minus 3x plus 5. Alright. So in order to add vertically, we're going to line up our numbers. Alright. So we're going to have 4x squared. And then we're going to have plus 3 all the way over here. You're probably wondering, why is the plus 3 all the way over here? Because technically there's a slot here for x. There should be a 0x here, but we're not going to show that, alright? Next up, we're going to write the other one. We're going to have x squared minus 3x plus 5. Alright? So we're going to have this like this, and we're just going to add vertically. Remember, if there is no, if there's a term missing, like this one right here, It's like you have a 0 here. So right here, there's a 0x. All right, and we just add across. So 4x squared plus x squared, that's going to give us 5x squared. Why? Because there's an invisible 1 here. All right, and then what's 0 minus 3x? Well, that's just going to be negative 3x. And then 3 plus 5 is going to be 8. And this here is our answer. And this is adding vertically. Whichever one makes sense, that's the method that you will be using because we don't want you guys to get confused. Vertically is actually the easiest. However, you got to remember to put in zeros in areas where they don't give you. Like right here, there is no. Right here, this is an invisible 0x. It's implied. We write 0 because we need to have a placeholder for this. All right. All right. And then we're going to do one more example. Example 3. And then we're going to call it a day. All right. Example 3. It's going to be 9x squared plus 15x plus 21. Oops. Plus negative 13x squared minus 11x minus 26 minus 6. All right. And so it's pretty straightforward. We're just going to line these up vertically again. We're going to have the 9x squared plus 15x plus 21. And then we're going to do these negative 13x squared minus 11x minus 6. And we'll just add these up and then we'll be all good to go. 9 minus 13, that's negative 4x squared. 15 minus 11, that's going to be 4x. And then 21 minus 6, that's going to be positive 15. And you're done. And we're done. This is your answer. And we're done.